All right, we are doing terminating, meaning ending. Think, if you want to, the Terminator is going to end you, like the wrestler. Anyways, terminating or repeating decimals. So repeating, just going to keep going and going and going. So Acellus gave us this one, 9 over 11. Remember, fractions are division. Fractions always have an equivalent decimal. They have the same amount, they're just represented in different formats, a fraction or a decimal. Okay, so in order to turn a fraction into a decimal, if you do not want to do long division, you just put it in your calculator. 9 divided by 11. Let's do that. Google calculator. Nine. It's not ready for it yet. 9 divided by 11. Whoops. Okay, at least it's loaded. 9 divided by 11 equals, we get 0.818181818181. So if I were writing this on a piece of paper to show that we have a repeating decimal, hold on, I'll get my screen draw up. I can't deal with this lagging internet. Do not have time for this. Okay, so if we got that, what is it? 818181. Almost wrote it backwards. 0.81, and that 81 is repeating a whole bunch of times, we would write this dash above it to show it's repeating. And the way I picture it with an arrow saying this 81 is just going to keep on going to infinity and beyond. But what Acellus has asked us to do just says enter the number that belongs in the green box, list the digits that repeat. So we got an 8 and we got a 1. All right. 5 divided by 9, it says round to the nearest tenth. So let's plug 5 divided by 9 in our calculator. We get 0.55555555555. But instead of having us plug in the repeating number this time, it says to round to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to remind you, I'm only going to write 2 of these 5s down from the 0.55555. Okay, this is the tenths place. This is the number we are looking at to round to. We need to decide whether our answer is going to be 0.5 or 0.6. So we look to the number to the right of it. We have a 5. Remember, 5 and up, round up. So we are going to round that 5 in the tenths place up to 6. So we have 0.6 as our answer. 0.6. Enter the repeating digit. 2 divided by 9. 2 divided by 9 equals 0.2222222. That's the digits that repeat. 4 divided by 11. 4 divided by 11 equals 0.36363636. 7 divided by 8. 7 divided by 8 equals 0.875 or 0.875. This shows 875 thousandths. So I'm just really quickly going to show you what this looks like as a fraction. Fractions, decimals, it's always an equivalent. So just going to show you. And you know what this is out of based on the place value. Tenths place, hundredths place, thousandths place. Jeez. So I have 185 as a fraction. I would have 875 out of 1,000. So picture this. Remember, fractions and decimals, they represent a part of a whole. Imagine having a whole entire piece of paper, ripping it up into 1,000 pieces, and keeping 875 of them. You unfortunately lost some of them along the way. Okay, so that's kind of the concept. 0.875. So in a cellus, you can write 0.875 or 0.875. 2 divided by 11. 2 divided by 11 equals 0.1818181818. 3 divided by 5. Well, I know this one off the top of my head, and I'm going to show you here's why. I know it's 0.6. Because if I know 3/5 is equal to 6/10. And I know 6/10 is equal to 60 out of 100. Okay? So in decimal form, this would be 0.60 or just 0.6, because we actually don't need that decimal, because that 0, because that 0.60, 60 out of 100 is equal to 6 out of 10, which would be represented by 0.6. Okay, here's why this all works. This is why they're all equivalent. Oh, I'm going to do my very best to draw this. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, cut this up into 5 pieces, okay? I'm looking at the 3/5 fraction, and that's what I'm going off of here. We are going to do our very best to use our imaginations and pretend all of these pieces are equal sizes. Okay, this is a pizza. We're eating 3/5 of it, okay? But imagine we didn't cut it up into fifths. We cut it up into tenths. So in the first example, I ate 3 out of the 5 pieces that the pizza was sliced into. In this case, I'm eating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 10 pieces I've sliced my pizza into. It's the same amount of pizza either way. I'm still eating this amount of the whole entire pizza. Okay? Now, you're just going to have to pretend we did this, because I'm not cutting this up into 100 pieces. But if we wanted, we could cut this pizza up into 100 pieces, and if we ate 60 of them, that would be the same as eating 6 out of 10 pieces or 3 out of 5 pieces. So this is why they're all equivalent. Or you can put it in your calculator, 3 divided by 5, and you'll get 0.6 or 0.6. Okay, now I'm on to my Unit 3 review, and then after that is the test. So good luck.